Carlos Alcaraz will return to the top two for the first time since November. He overpasses Sasha Zverev for that world #2 spot with his first ever title here in Monte Carlo, his 6th Masters 1000 title of his career. As we welcome you back to the Tennis Channel BetMGM desk, Danny Kleppinger, joined by Prakash Amritraj. P, this place was absolutely electric as they started that third set here, and it seemed like we were about to see a huge showdown, and it was truly unfortunate to see how that match had to end for Lorenzo Musetti.
It was unfortunate. Everyone here was trying to get him going, gave him every bit of adrenaline you possibly could to pull him through in that third set. But he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot this week. He had to go through those tough three-setters, and each of them, they weren't just regular three-setters as another player might play here. He had the energy of his crowd, the family all with him. It was such an emotional moment when he was able to get through that De Minaur match. The previous round against Stefanos Tsitsipas, again, so emotional towards the end. I mean, when I was watching the videos of his girlfriend crying, their baby in tow, it was a lot. It was a lot for us on the outside. I cannot imagine what it was like for him on the inside. And then just overnight to be able to come back, muster up the strength emotionally to be able to give that effort that he did in the first set. It was a beautiful first set that he played, but I think eventually it was just a toll of all that emotional wear that finally got to him. And look, it's a very cold day out here in Monaco. Very, very fortunate that we squeezed it in. Before
couldn't tell.
Before, Danny, I'm still struggling over here. I don't know how those guys doing it over there. But the cold will play a factor. When things are just that much tight, the cold can have a little bit of a pull here and there. I just hope it's not too serious. This guy is playing beautiful tennis. I want to see him have a really successful clay court season.
Many more hours on court, 4 more hours on court than Carlos Alcaraz throughout this tournament. But Prakash, let's talk about the 2 sets that we would call maybe the most interesting ones of the 3-set match that we got to see here at the championship. What did you see in those 2 sets from both players?
Well, there's a bit of two different tales here. From the Carlos Alcaraz side of things, everything was on his racket. He was just making some wild errors in that first set. As Paul and Jason pointed out, a lot of them right off the center of the racket, just missing wildly into the alleys, deep, just going for red line shots down break point, not really paying attention to the score. But seemingly, even though that was going on, body language didn't drop, still managed to stay very positive, and just on a dime, all of it started going in that second set. When he puts everything together, I think it is the sweetest thing to watch in this sport. I could watch it all day long, and that's what we saw. Just completely ran away with that second set. But to Lorenzo's credit, in that opening set, I think he managed the moment well, did a great job starting out well, even though he lost serve in that opening game. There was a period there where he won 15 out of 21 points in a row against Carlos Alcaraz on clay. Not even a quick surface. So he did what he needed to do, kind of go into his version of lockdown mode, mixed up things nicely, used that kicker serve really well, had a few big second serves up to tee to the Alcaraz forehand. So he did play a great first set, but he made use of Alcaraz not playing his finest. But to that second set, man, Spaniard lit it up.
No kidding. And look, we've talked a lot about the Italian Lorenzo Musetti, but let's give some love now to the champion here in Monaco, and that is Carlos Alcaraz. Coming into this tournament, had never won a match here at the Monte Carlo Country Club. Of course, only played that 1 year in 2022 where he lost to Sebastian Korda in his first match here. But he has won his last 17 of 18 matches on the clay. He is tied now with the Australian Alex de Minaur with the most wins on tour. But huge, big deal here, Prakash. Now #1 in the race to the ATP Finals, has jumped center with that win in the semifinals, and now has pushed to world #2 come Monday's rankings. Huge